Yo, welcome back. SJB here with another morning musing. And as you can see, I'm sitting the car. Sitting the car. Still early, y'all. It's like 6:30. I'm up way earlier than this, but I just started moving around. Um, so, okay. Morning musing. Let's get into it. What's today's topic? So today's morning musing is, I have so many of these. So the last one we did was hole 14 doesn't matter at hole 15, right? Today, it's be ready to move. Oh yeah, okay. I was excited to do this one because this one definitely got me excited. Okay, so be ready to move. Listen, there have been plenty of times on my journey where God has called me to do something that other people didn't understand, you know? And sometimes it wasn't always God. Sometimes it was just an idea I had that I would follow, like a gut feeling. Well, that is God, I suppose. God is the feeling. Anyway, more on that later. Okay, so anyway, I would get these nudges to do certain things with my business, right? And I would try it out. Sometimes it would work, sometimes it wouldn't. And I hadn't really found a way to create an actual business that I could scale, right? So, um, about quarter three of last year, I finally kind of got it all to click, and then started doing some testing, in quarter four of last year. So the way that it happened was I had these two, well, she was my friend before she was my client, but she came to me, we were talking about one of her ideas, and she wanted to do a session in order to kind of work it out, right? So you can do a quick little 45-minute spark call, kind of get the juices flowing, get the ideas flowing, get a little strategy. Or you could do something more in-depth, like a jam session, which is an hour and a half long, right? Or you can go all out and do a work session, which is 3 hours. So anyway, she did the spark call, she did the jam session. We didn't need the work session because we did the jam. She did 2 jam sessions, actually. And so anyway, run her through these different sessions. And it wasn't until I looked back at it after she got the result where I was like, okay, what did we do exactly? What did we do here? What systems did we use? What methodologies, etc., right? So Q3, I do all this research. I put all this stuff together. Q4, I ended up getting not only the main offer for the business, but I also got the what I call the upsell offer. Really, you don't have to, it's not really an upsell, but it is an additional way that we can work together after we've gone through the main offer, right? Okay, so I ended up getting 2 for 1, which was great. And so I kept moving, right? So I go back to this friend of mine who's now a client, as well, and we're talking, and so I'm telling her like, hey, I'm telling her, I was like, hey, I got this new thing, this new program I put together, sent her a little bit of information on it, and I don't even think it was 48 hours later, she texted me back, and she's like, I have a lead for you for your new program. Right now, technically, the program wasn't exactly ready yet, right? Like, it's still not up on our website, but it is live, and people are interested in it. So the good news is, everything worked out. We'll have it updated on the site soon and all that good stuff. But it just moved entirely too fast for me to really keep up with all of it, right? So my point in saying all this is you have to be ready to move, right? Because before that week was over, I talked to my friend on, I think it was a Wednesday. Before that week was over, I had 3 referrals for that new program, right? So, and one of the referrals didn't necessarily need the entire program. They just need, maybe a work session and a couple jam sessions, and they'll be good to go. So, But anyway, I didn't get on here to talk about work, but I kind of did. I mean, the point is, when you get that nudge, when you get that feeling to move, move. Don't worry about how it's all going to work out in the end. Don't worry about who's going to show up, who's not going to show up, who'll do you favors, who won't. Don't worry about any of that. You do your part and show up and let God do the rest. I promise you. All I had was this offer down on a piece of paper. I had just written it down, kind of jotting notes. This is what I would like this program to be. This is how this program will work. This is who it's for, etc., etc. And just put it together piece by piece. And I went from that to now having an entire system put together. Literally an entire system that I can now, replicate and teach other people how to do, and if I wanted to, right? So I'm really excited about it. But had I not been bold, it wouldn't have happened. When she came to me with the client and said, "Oh, I have an introduction for you," and they're interested and they're ready to go. Had I said, "Well, wait a minute, let me perfect this. Let me really put this together how I want it to be, the final version that I see," right? I would have lost that opportunity. Would have lost the opportunity. But I knew that I had enough. I had already done it before. I just needed to set up my systems, right? So once I came to that conclusion, I ran with it. And closed a new client. I don't even think it was 48 hours later. So, I say all that to say that you have to remember that you are co-creating on this journey. And so a part of that is sometimes walking blindly by faith and just going forward, not even knowing where you're going, but moving forward anyway. So, just keep going. I know sometimes it feels like it doesn't make sense. There were many times in my business where it didn't make sense to me in terms of, not that I didn't know what I was doing, but there was no set process or routine in terms of what I was doing. Now there is. So it's just a lot different. Get some systems. You'll feel better about your business. But yeah, so that's all I got. Be ready to move. You just never know where the opportunity is going to come from. Once you've done the prep work, once you've laid the foundation, you have no idea where the opportunity is coming from, or what the opportunity will be even, or how it might change your life. So just something to think about. But until next time, don't forget to be kind and be gracious and gentle with one another, and be well, stay safe, and many blessings. Peace.